Oh? How do I look? Michael.
Oh, wow. You look fine. It's very you.
I think I'll ask Lauren and get a professional opinion.
No, Lauren's exhausted. She turned in early.
No problem. It'll just be 2 seconds.
No, she needs her rest.
All right, then, Michael, please, how do I look? I mean, as a man, because I want to look my best for William.
Bardwell? I thought you gave up on him.
No, just changing tactics.
Well, he's seeing Jill.
Well, it can't be serious because he's invited me to dinner.
So?
So he's never done that before.
Maybe he's pumping you for information about my defense strategy.
I don't think so. I think that after tonight, things are going to be very different because William has something important to tell me.
You know, maybe we should tell Amber that she might be dating a serial killer.
Nah. If Corbell's really that whacked, I'll bet the next visitor to his basement dungeon's gonna be Colleen.
So that's why he's so hesitant about getting close to another student. Man, it must have been awful.
Seeing that other girl hurt so badly by that professor at his last school.
I know, and then she winds up killing herself. Gosh, Professor Corbell must feel horrible about not speaking up sooner.
Well, you know, at least he gave you an explanation, so you know he's not jerking you around.
Lily, he's been through a lot. It's a lot more than ethics.
How's your coffee?
Oh. Detective Sullivan's here.
Good. I mean, she's not arresting my mother.
Do you think that we should tell her a theory about how Kevin killed Carmen?
Next round's on me.
Oh, they say chivalry is dead.
Oh, I want some money.
Get out of here. Get home.
Detective?
Yes. Hi. We just found out that Carmen's car was seen near here on the night that she died.
And she might have come in.
Yes, we've already investigated that possibility.
So, did she?
I can't discuss the details of an ongoing case.
Have you talked to Kevin? He has a reason to lie. Kevin has a history of violence against women.
How do you know that?
He tried to kill me.
Okay, Drew, look, you got your phone. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I know, Sharon. They just cut up clothes. But my heart is beating so hard.
Yeah, so's mine. I'm scared, okay? If David Chow broke in here once, he could break in again.
Sharon, I used to live on the streets. This shouldn't be getting to me.
Well, the man just moved into your building, so it's gonna get to you.
Right, and since he claimed that he's not going anywhere, I gotta figure out a way how to deal with him. Now, the last time I saw my therapist, he said that if I could learn how to meditate, like that would cool me out.
Well, unfortunately for you, you're not exactly the yoga or wind chimes type, you know what I mean?
No, I know, but I gotta give this a shot. I gotta give this a shot. Ah!
Hey, Drew! I'd like to get to the office. Open up.
Goodness. Thank goodness you're here, honey. Oh, my God.
What happened? What happened? What the hell?
Yeah, Carmen's ex left me a message.
That guy broke in here?
Yeah, these used to be Drew's clothes.
You must be kidding me. What did he hurt you?
No, honey. Thank God I wasn't here.
I just got here right after she walked in.
Did you call the police?
Already on it. They took the prints. Guess who they sent?
Who'd they send?
Bardwell's sidekick, Maggie Sullivan.
No, they didn't. What did she have to say?
Well, they said that because no one saw David Chow come in here and do this, they can't prove anything unless they find some sort of evidence.
Yeah, honey, that's not even the kicker. Dude is taking the sublet in this building.
Oh, no, he's not. Not if I have anything to do with it.
Too late. He wants us in his lens 24/7. How am I gonna get away from the psychopath?
Snap you like a dry twig and die yourself for calling justice! Let go! Stop it! Yeah.
Michael, that lunatic David Chow is coming after my family.
Now what?
First, he broke into our apartment. He cut up my wife's clothes. Now he's moving into our building.
I'll be right over.
He's on his way.
Honey. What? Honey, no. I'm not staying here. I'm so weirded out. No.
Michael, can we meet someplace else?
The club okay?
Yeah, that's fine. We'll see you soon. Thanks.
What?
Okay, we're gonna meet him at the club.
It's too public. Absolutely not.
Let's just get out of here, Drew. Look, who watches that ridiculous show anyway? I doubt it'll make any difference at the end of the interview. Let's
Okay,
go.
what's a couple more people gossiping, staring at me? Okay, fine. It's quite shiny you got there.
Why, thank you.
Let me guess. You were working undercover investigating the mob and you got made.
Wow, that's very creative. Do you mind if I steal that explanation?
All I ask in return is a brief professional consultation.
Since I didn't see his face and the fire at Gina's destroyed all of the evidence, Kevin was never arrested.
So you can't be sure that he was the one that locked you in the walk-in cooler and then torched the place.
No, I'm positive. Kevin was the only one with any motive.
Yeah, and Colleen was trying to get me to break up with him because she knew that he was just using me. So Kevin hated her.
I believe you. But unfortunately, from a legal standpoint, the only thing that really matters is that Kevin was never charged.
No, but there has to be something you can do. I mean, the police got a warrant to search my house right after Carmen died.
Lily, Carmen had a history of conflict with your family. We can't even prove that Kevin knew Carmen.
Isn't the fact that she could have been here right before she died reason enough?
No. The security camera footage from that day still exists. I wouldn't mind taking a look at it.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much. And if Carmen did come in and it got on camera, then maybe you could figure out what happened to her. And you will realize that Devon couldn't have killed her.
Look, just please try. Kevin's already gotten away with hurting both of us, and if he had anything to do with Carmen's death, he really should pay.
Yeah.
Honey, make sure that door is locked.
Got it, baby.
Okay?
Don't worry about it.
You know, if I had known that you were moving in so soon, I would have prepared a welcome basket.
Got this.
How neighborly. I'll stop by for sugar if I need it.
Don't come around our house, you hear me? Stay away from my wife and my family. If you even contemplate breaking into our apartment again, then it's you and me, you understand?
You're talking to the wrong person.
Okay, you guys, look, let's just get out of here, okay?
If
We
you
don't want to be
think
late.
moving into this building is going to intimidate us, you're dead wrong.
I moved into this building because I thought it would be a nice place to live. But after hearing all your threats, I'm starting to think that I might have made a big mistake. I may not be safe living so close to you.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to order?
No, thank you. I'm sure my dinner date will be here in a minute.
Sorry I'm late.
Didn't even notice, Mr. Bardwell.
You look lovely, Beth. I'm glad to see you back to your glamorous self.
You are.
Yes, you're a very unique woman. You have your own style.
Well, thank you very much. I did try something different for a while, but I didn't like it. I don't want to change.
Good. One of the things I like about you is that you are unabashedly, unapologetically yourself.
And it gets me in trouble sometimes.
Well, you inspire me, Gloria. That's what tonight is all about.
Well, good, because I can't wait to hear what you have to tell me.
Well, I hope it makes you happy. But first, I'd like to propose a toast.
Okay.
No. To the Abbott family. I met the Abbotts during the worst of times, when I had the unpleasant task of prosecuting John.
And I know now you were only doing your job. And I don't blame you for anything, William.
One good thing came out of it, though. I got to know the wonderful, caring Abbott women.
Ha ha! Now that is definitely something I'll drink too.
Amongst the Abbott women, I feel especially fortunate to have met one who wasn't always part of the family. Jill.
William.
Michael?
Not a good time right now, Michael.
Well, I only have a minute. I'm meeting with Drusilla and Neil. My clients and I will be discussing how to handle that highly prejudicial tape that wound up in David Chow's hands and turned into tabloid fodder on television.
Yeah, well, I'm as upset about this as you are.
Yeah, you look it.
Michael, I don't think you should be discussing this case in front of me.
You're right. Shall we convene at the bar?
Gloria, will you excuse me?
I filed a motion to have the court investigate how Leanna Love got her hands on that tape. Now, I think it was deliberately released in the hopes of influencing prospective jurors.
We're on the same side here. I want a clean jury pool, too.
All right, then where did Leanna get the tape?
I've been asking myself the same question. It's certainly not anything my office is going to gain by leaking it. You, on the other hand...
What? What? That tape made Drusilla look unhinged.
Yeah, Devon seems like a sweet kid taking the fall for his violent mother.
Drusilla is my client, too.
Well, maybe she leaked it. Nobly sacrificing herself to save her son.
You're preposterous.
I'm merely agreeing with you, Michael. The court should investigate how the tape made its way into the press. I'm going to request a special hearing.
Colleen and Lily were all intense with Detective Sullivan a few minutes back.
Perhaps they have suspicions of their own about the professor.
I don't know. The way Colleen kept looking at me, I think I was the one she was trashing.
You know, in some weird cosmic way, there has to be footage of Carmen on those security tapes.
What do you mean?
Well, my mom and Devon are in trouble because they got caught on tape. So, I mean, there actually could be some video of Carmen that could help us for a change.
Maybe. I mean, if Sullivan can get her hands on it.
Yeah, I just hope that Kevin doesn't figure out that we're behind all this.
I'm ready for my consultation. I would like you to tell me everything you know about spotting a serial killer.
I'm sorry for the interruption.
It's okay. We'll just pick up right where we left off.
Don't worry about it. Ignore him.
I know I can do this.
Michael,
Hey,
listen,
buddy.
You have got to do something. This guy has been lurking in the halls
Yes.
of their apartment building, and he won't let up. David.
Okay. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Bardwell is wondering if we're behind this whole thing.
Not long, why?
I want to get a warrant to look at the coffee house's security cam footage from the night of Carmen's death.
On what grounds?
Well, her car was seen parked nearby shortly before she died.
That's quite a leap, especially since you've already questioned the owner and manager.
Colleen Carlton just told me that Kevin Fisher tried to kill her a few years ago.
Yeah, I know all about that. He was never charged.
She was very convincing.
Well, we've already gotten a DNA sample from Kevin, and it wasn't a match.
Okay, I know it's a long shot, but if there was any footage of Carmen from that day, it would sure answer a lot of questions.
Well, believe me, I'd love to get it. I'll talk to the judge about it tomorrow.
Thanks.
You know, even Bardwell can't believe that we leaked the tape.
Next thing you know, he'll be claiming that you hired David Chow to trash.
No, it's really crazy. It's like we've been living in a Kafka novel or something.
We have already ordered. Thank you very much.
All right, listen to me. Bardwell is covering for himself. I filed a motion to investigate how that footage wound up being broadcast. If it came from the DA's office, he could be in a lot of trouble.
Not one to eavesdrop, William, but when you were on the phone, I heard you mention my son, Kevin.
Gloria, you know I can't discuss it.
So it is about Carmen's murder. Somebody think he did it?
We're trying to get all the relevant information.
My son had nothing to do with that poor woman's death.
Then he has nothing to worry about, and neither do you.
I'm his mother. He sneezes, I worry.
Gloria, relax. We're trying to figure out where Carmen went on the night she died. It's possible she stopped at the coffee house.
So that's all this is about?
Yes.
Because Kevin's had a bad reputation. Doesn't mean he's to blame for everything that goes wrong in this town.
I'm aware of that. I'm conducting a murder investigation, not a witch hunt.
Colleen has taken her vendetta against me too far this time. She's telling the police that I killed Carmen.
Oh, well, you don't know that.
I overheard Detective Sullivan on the phone trying to get a search warrant for this place.
Really? So you mean we're right in the thick of this investigation?
No, Jana, this is not fun and games, okay? Colleen is trying to send me to prison. She has the police focused on me.
Well, Kevin, maybe it was Lily's idea. I mean, Devon is a prime suspect.
No. This is all Colleen. Remember how she warned you about me?
Wow. Lucky for you, I've got a thing for dangerous men.
I have done my best to try and stay away from her. She's the one who won't leave me alone.
What are you going to do then?
You know, if Colleen's gonna come after me, I'm just gonna fight right back.
So please tell us that the cops are finally going after Kevin Fisher.
I passed along your information to the district attorney.
And what'd he say?
I can't divulge that information.
I am sorry, but this is extremely unfair. I mean, some guy that no one's ever even heard of could just go on TV and accuse my mother of murder, but I can't find out if there's any evidence that could clear her name.
I'm sorry, Lily.
Well, thank you for taking us seriously, Detective.
You know, for what it's worth, sometimes the system frustrates me, too. I'd like to take all the bad guys, lock them up, throw away the key.
All right, well, thank you.
Hey, girls.
Hi.
Well, could be iced latte by now.
I'm sorry about that. Colleen and Lily convinced me to get a search warrant for the Crimson Light security cam footage.
Yeah, what did you hope to find?
Well, if I were looking at tonight's, a PI showing a cop a good time.
Well, I'm sure you will. I think I'd start with a little small talk and then progress to, say, an argument over politics.
No, why do you assume we'd argue?
Well, because it's that whole police officer PI thing. It's very red state, blue state, you know.
But I am sure that the legendary Carl Williams brought you up to believe in truth, justice, and the American way.
Well, I have tried to follow his example.
Did you inherit your dad's sixth sense about telling the good guys apart from the bad guys?
We can't kill her, Michael. I was actually thinking of various ways that we couldn't kill her. Not a gun.
No, that would be way too messy.
Same thing with a knife. Poisoning. I could get Kevin to cook up a special order to go. Literally.
Sometimes it's not that easy to tell the difference.
You know, I can't eat. I used to think that Carmen was overreacting, but now that my clothes have been slashed, I see how it's a terrible violation.
You know what? I'll bet that David Chow, in his warped way, thinks that this is poetic justice.
Well, you know, we were scared to death thinking that he was still in the apartment. He could have screwed this up too.
So scared.
Well, if you had seen him, that might be actual evidence that he did it.
What are you looking at?
Drew, just
No,
let
but did you see that?
Thank you, Sharon.
It's easier for you to say that. I'm the one that's being stared at. I'm the one who's being gossiped about.
Hey. We can't take much more of this, okay? David Chow, he's launching a full-scale attack on my family. I intend to fight back.
All right, please add the word legally to that sentence.
Well, Drew already called the police. All they did was desperate prints, and they checked to see if somebody had broken in.
Oh, as crafty as that guy is, I'll bet he wore gloves. He picked the lock.
All right, unfortunately, he has every right to move into your building.
What?
Yes.
Please tell us that there's something you can do to help us.
Michael, I mean, I'm dealing with the DA. I'm dealing with the media. And home used to be a safe place, but it's not anymore ever since David Chow moved into Genoa City.
Contrary to what Michael thinks, that interview of Chow's didn't help my case.
William. David Chow is not an Abbott woman.
No. It most certainly is not.
Yes, and you were discussing our fine qualities when Michael so rudely interrupted.
Well, I could go on all night about
Well, then
that.
please don't let anything else stop you.
Well, the Abbott women always speak their minds, and I find that tremendously appealing.
Oh, good, because I have lots of opinions.
So does Jill. She's so open about everything.
She is practically transparent.
You know, sometimes it's hard for me to believe that I've known her for such a short time. We're so comfortable with each other.
Well, Jill has a gift for being comfortable very quickly. But then, you probably didn't even notice that talent, did you? Because you're a man who's only truly loved one woman.
So I looked my dad in the eye and I said, "You didn't hear anything. It was the television." So he walks over to the closet door, whips it open, and there's my girlfriend standing in her underwear.
No.
He looked at me and he goes, "Son, I do this for a living."
Oh, yeah. I could never lie to my dad. Anytime I did anything wrong, I ended up confessing before I ever got caught.
And my dad always claimed that he felt that guilt was one of the most powerful emotions. Most people have an overwhelming desire to confess their sins.
Well, you know, that's what keeps priests busy.
Well, that's the other family business. My brother Todd is a parish priest in Detroit.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Both jobs are about helping people.
Yeah. I think Todd got a lot of his technique in the confessional from my dad.
Good priest, bad priest?
No, just the opposite. My dad was known as the gentle interrogator. He would walk into the room with a cup of coffee and a smile for the suspect, and he'd start talking to him like an old friend. And then he'd say, "Why don't you just tell me what happened?"
Yeah, it must have worked. You had the highest confession rate in the precinct.
No kidding. After he busted me with my girlfriend, she had the overwhelming desire to confess all the other times she had sneaked into my room.
Maybe I should try your dad's technique. We already have our coffee. So why don't you tell me your darkest, most scandalous secret?
Well, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed. So I really don't have anything to confess. I am a man with no secrets.
So, without revealing any confidential information, how was your day?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's classified.
Hey, JT. Haven't seen much of you here lately.
What's up, Kev?
You know, just making the rounds. Lily, I wanted to say I'm really sorry about that videotape of your mom showing up on the tube.
Yeah.
But no, if anyone gives you a hard time about it, let me know.
As if you care.
I do care. You're two of my best customers. Colleen, you practically live here. If you're not talking to Lily, you're staring at your professor. I'm making a fortune off of her crush on Corbell.
The dating website paired me up with Jill, and that was the first time she saw me as more than a prosecutor.
Yeah, I can understand why she would try online dating. Great way for her to meet lots of men. But it doesn't seem like something that you would enjoy.
Oh, no. These days, everybody's doing it. You should try it.
Me, I don't think so. But, William, there are other Abbott women besides Jill.
I have been going on and on about her.
Just a little bit. I mean, Ashley, for instance. Did you know she's off to China for an extended work assignment?
I have always wanted to travel there. What a wonderful opportunity.
Really? I loved it when I was there. So I'm very happy that she decided to take it.
You know, it's a shame Ashley and I didn't stay close after we stopped dating.
William, there is still one other Abbott woman.
Oh, of course. The woman of the hour.
Ah,
You.
Little old me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. Well, after everything you've been saying about Jill, do you have anything good left to say about me?
You're a very special woman, Gloria. You're vibrant and fun. You always make me smile.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you have made me very happy.
Well, without you, I'd still be a grieving widower. You helped me to realize that it's possible to be with another woman without being disloyal to my wife's memory.
Carmen got a restraining order against Drew. How come she can't get one against David?
That would be difficult since he hasn't been charged with anything. I suppose I could argue that the statements he made during the interview constitute a threat.
No, that would be bad publicity for Devon before his trial.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Shouldn't her safety be of the utmost importance?
Yeah, but that protective order did not protect Carmen when I attacked her in the break room, now did it?
Drew, you lost control. What David is doing is deliberate and it's malicious.
Sharon, I know why I snapped, okay? But Carmen didn't. The poor girl was afraid of me. Every time I came around, she was afraid of what she would say to me might set me off.
That's what she claimed, anyway.
Well, I believe her. That's why she didn't want me around Newman, Michael.
Look, you made some mistakes, and that doesn't justify David's behavior.
You know what I think? The man's a vigilante.
Yeah, well, he does seem to be reenacting some twisted version of an eye for an eye.
Because he thinks I killed Carmen. Look.
What?
Maybe we should have waited to go to the police, but it's just Detective Sullivan was here.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't think that Kevin heard us telling her that we thought that he killed Carmen.
Well, but obviously he did. I mean, that's why he accused me of having a crush on Professor Corbell. I mean, that's just to cause trouble. It's crazy.
Yeah, but of all the things he could say, why the hell did he say that?
Who knows? Corbell and I came here a lot to work when I was his research assistant, but...
Yeah, and Kevin knows that you don't like the guy.
Yeah, well, I guess if this is his attempt at revenge, then he's mellowed out a lot.
Looks like Colleen's sweating over there.
I know. Using the truth against her was marvelously devious.
Thank you. She's the liar, not me. Now that I've taken care of that, there's something else I need to do.
I admit it. When I'm alone, I crank up the 80s hair metal music and sing along.
I have just lost so much respect for you.
Okay, your turn.
My turn? I already told you I had nothing to confess.
Then why won't you tell me how you got your black eye?
Sure this was an accident? Because it looks like you might have done it on purpose.
I really nailed you, didn't I? It's not bleeding, but I better get worse. How you gonna explain that, Paul?
All right, I do have something to confess. But I have to be sure that I can trust you to keep it quiet.
Well, you can, as long as it's nothing I have to report.
Well, it does have to do with your work, but I think I'm gonna risk it. I really like how you wear your badge on your hip. I think it's really sexy.
I can't believe I fell for that.
Now you know all my secrets.
I'm gonna go get another mocha.
Okay, I'll come with you.
Oh, perfect.
I'm good.
Okay. Hi. If there wasn't a cop on the premises, my hands would be around Kevin's neck right now.
Yeah, he is total scum.
I lied to my boyfriend, Lily. What does that make me?
Smart.
No. I hate keeping this from JT.
Well, you can't tell him the truth now, Colleen.
Well, if Kevin picked up on it, I must be doing a really lousy job of hiding my feelings.
No, not at all. He's just guessing. You have been very careful. There is absolutely no proof that anything happened between you and Corbell.
Well, since you were so honest about my overwhelming sex appeal, I've got a confession of my own to make.
Dare I hope it's how dazzling you find my piercing blue eyes?
I have a sixth sense, like your dad, about the good guys and the bad guys. It's tingling right now.
Uh-oh. Is there a bad guy in here?
I can tell you don't have a criminal bone in your body.
And Detective, what does your sixth sense say about me?
You know, I'm not as clean-cut as I appear. For years, I was a bigamist.
Stop it, now you are pulling my leg.
No, I had two wives, Miranda and my work.
Now, there is nothing wrong with being dedicated to your career.
Maybe selfish at times. I only thought about getting what I want.
That is not selfishness. That's ambition.
Maybe so. But this past year I've changed. I'm more interested in making the people I care about happy. That's something else I learned from the Abbott family.
Chow doesn't quite seem to fit. It's my first time seeing him in the flesh.
I wish I could say the same.
Maybe some vicious legalese will scare him off for the night.
I don't know. I think it's going to take more than that. He's got an explanation for everything.
Well, if he is as cocky as you say he is, Mr. Chow will eventually make a mistake. And then we'll nail him.
I understand that restaurants have the right to refuse service to anyone, and I'd like to know if you could ask this gentleman sitting behind you to leave.
Why?
Because he's harassing my wife.
Yes.
He hasn't come anywhere near her.
Do you watch television, dear? I'm all over it, okay? This man here accused me of murder.
I know. Everyone here is talking about it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Some people think you should leave.
What's your name? Where's Gina? She'll vouch for me. Where? Can you get me Gina?
It's her night off.
The man's name is David Chow.
Yeah.
He broke into our apartment. He actually busted into our apartment. He cut up her
I'm
clothes.
sorry,
He's
but
a bad
unless
man.
a customer is behaving badly while he's in the restaurant, he has a right to eat here.
What about my rights? We have a membership here, okay? I'm trying to have dinner with my friends and family.
Mrs. Winters, with all due respect, the man doesn't seem to be paying any attention to
Because
you.
it's an act, okay? He broke into my house, slashed my clothes, then he went to my place of business. Everywhere I go, he follows me, okay? And here he is. I can't take much more of this, okay? I cannot take much more of this. I'm telling you right now, he's got to be put out of this place. He just has to get... Oh, he has to...
Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
You know, I gotta hand it to Colleen and Lily. They've convinced you that I could have killed Carmen.
I can't discuss a confidential conversation.
I understand. You're doing your job. I do have the right to tell you my side of the story, though, no?
Oh, yes. Refresh my memory. Where were you the night that Carmen died?
Oh, no. This isn't about Carmen.
Oh.
It's about Colleen. She's hated me for years. That's the only reason she's accused me.
That's gotta be annoying, huh? Always having someone accuse you of something you didn't do.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Right. You didn't even know Carmen. Why would you hurt her?
Exactly. And I can prove it.
How?
The security camera footage. You know what? You don't even need a search warrant, Detective. I can show you right now if you'd like.
All right.
Hey, listen, it's getting late. Why don't we just go home, relax, forget about all this?
You
right?
know,
Come
the
on,
first
let's
thing
go.
I'm going to see are my clothes all jacked up. No, I don't want to go back there.
Okay, well, why don't you just spend the night at my place?
Sharon, I cannot, thank you. I cannot go back to your place and bring all this drama to Noah. Absolutely not.
Drew, we have plenty of security. It'll be fine.
Well, let's send a bottle of wine over to his table. Maybe that'll rattle him.
Michael, he is taking my peace of mind. He is taking my reputation. Everybody in this restaurant is gossiping about me.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's make sure they got the facts straight then.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
No, oh,
Excuse
please
me,
don't
if I
say
could
anything
have
to
your
hurt the case.
attention, please.
Oh.
Thank you. It just seems like everyone here is fascinated with Drusilla Winters, and you know what? I don't blame you. Mr. Chow spun a very juicy tale, but you know what? He doesn't even know Drusilla. I do, so I'm going to set the record straight here. A couple of years ago, Drew met a teenage boy who was living in a group home, who had given up all hope for ever having a family, but today, that boy is Drew's son. And that is the real Drusilla Winters. She is loving, she is generous, she is a wonderful woman. So before you go spreading all of your vicious rumors, why don't you think of a time in your own lives when you said something that you regret? And just imagine what it would be like to have those low points broadcast for the whole world to see. Thank you very much.
You know, Sharon's absolutely right. I've been the subject of a lot of nasty gossip, and I should know better. But when I saw Leanna's show, I thought the worst of Drew.
Yeah, as will anybody who saw it, including potential jurors. You know, it's really frustrating that a tabloid journalist can ruin my efforts to have a fair trial.
You really do care about the justice system.
Yes, I do. And that's what my news is about. I want to do something wonderful for all the Abbott women. I'm determined to find the person responsible for wrecking the family business. So, I'm reopening the Jabot product tampering case.
It's not quite what I expected to hear.
I thought you'd be surprised.
I am.
Okay, so my system works like a DVR, and I've got files for every day since I installed the cameras. Just come down here and open up the October folder. Wait a minute, that can't be right.
What?
Huh. The footage from the day Carmen arrived is missing.
What are the odds?
Well, I mean, I probably just mislabeled it. Well, the footage for the day before and the day after are missing, too. Why would anyone delete these files?
That's a very good question, Kevin.
No wonder you girls are so thirsty. You've done a lot of fast talking tonight, haven't you? Is my nose growing?
Listen, you aren't any more of a liar today than you were yesterday.
Oh, gee, thanks, Lily.
JT doesn't suspect anything, and he won't unless you start acting like something's wrong.
I'm proud of you.
Why?
That was brave, telling the police your suspicions about Kevin.
I'm not afraid of him, JT.
Yeah, well, that took a lot of courage to put yourself out there like that.
I was just trying to do the right thing.
And you always do. Just like with us. We've had our problems, but you've always been upfront and honest about everything that's going on with you. You never try to hide anything from me.
Next, on The Young and the Restless.
So what are we gonna do, Michael?
You realize I'm in trouble, too. I helped you cover up.
I'm not eating until you let me out of here.
Why, Lenny?
You really didn't delete the footage?
Falcon Beach is heating up SoapNet. Don't miss all the hot bods, steamy sex, and sizzling drama in this resort town. Falcon Beach, tomorrow at midnight on SoapNet.